You're pretty cool, Peyton. I don't know if anybody told you today, but you're pretty you're pretty cool. Okay. So you want to be a marine biologist or a zoologist in the future.
Mhm.
But, that takes a little bit of education, right? And it seems like you like school, you do very well at school, which is amazing. But it's important for you, your mom said, to go to a HBCU, so a historically Black college or university. Why is that important to you, Peyton?
Um, well, I want to go to an HBCU because it feels good knowing that like people like me made that school,
Yeah.
even when times were hard for us.
Mhm.
And like my mom told me like it's super big and it's super fun at college and at HBCUs. And I've already picked what college I want to go to, and I think it's Spelman.
Okay, let's put it out there. Spelman it is. If Spelman is Hello, welcome back to a brand new episode of Just in Time for Storytime. I am your host, Justin Stephen Ford, author of the diverse picture book, I See Me. And as you know, we've had a great time interviewing authors, self-published, independent, literary agents. And my favorite part of the show is the Kids Corner, where we interview children who are doing amazing things and they're being inspiring with their stories and what they're doing. And today is no different. We have another amazing guest. So thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button because we have so much great stuff coming. But with that being said, you are just in time for story time. Okay, so I'm excited about our guest today. Her mom has sent me over some facts about her. She doesn't know what I'm about to read. I'm going to read and then we're going to bring her up. So Peyton is the co-author of the Peyton's Terrific Travels travel series. Peyton is currently a member of her school's junior chorus and band. Peyton is in the Gifted program and was inducted into her school's junior beta club for her academic achievement in school. She's smart, y'all. Last year, she scored a perfect score on her standardized writing exam and won the school writing contest for her grade level. She is the big sister to her twin brother and sisters who are also featured in her books. Please welcome to Just in Time for Storytime, Peyton. How are you, Peyton?
Good.
Good. How are you feeling today? Pretty good. Ready to talk to me?
Yes.
Awesome. So let's just get right into it and talk about the books. Peyton's Terrific Travel series. Can you tell us a little bit about the books?
Okay, so I have two other books right here. And they were inspired about my trips to London and Paris. And I went when I was 4, and I wrote them, and they came out when I was 6, but I started writing them when I was 4. So they're basically about like my travels and like what I did in London and Paris.
Okay, so wait a minute. So you're in London. First off, what do you love about London and Paris?
Well, in London, I love the guards of Buckingham Palace because I used to think that their hats were fur, like their hair, but my mom told me that they were hats, and ever since then, I like the guards.
Very nice. Now, I just went to London and saw Buckingham Palace this year. Did you see the guards like marching like across the yard? Did you see them walking back and forth?
I also saw the parade.
Nice. Like the changing of the guards and parade. Very cool. It's completely different than the States, huh? It's completely different than like the United States, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So how did you got to tell us about how you got the idea to write a book? How was writing a book for you? Was it hard? Was it easy?
So after we got done with the trip, my mom like took me in her room and she was like, okay, Peyton, do you want to write a book about your travels? And I was like, yeah. And so it was a little complicated for me since I was really young and I was like trying to still understand it. But like once I actually got the groove of writing it, it became easy.
Yeah. And I imagine you wrote your first book and then to your second book, it was even a little bit easier.
Yes.
What's your favorite part about writing books?
My favorite part about writing books is seeing my books come to life. Like after they get published, I like to see my character and then like see all the places that I went. And it's all coming back in my mind. Like even though I'm not there, it still like takes me to that world.
Yeah, you feel it transports you back to London, like when you were there. Okay, so can you share some of your favorite parts of the book with us?
Okay, so
Yeah.
like the pages.
Yeah,
Okay, so
like your favorite page, which is probably hard to choose.
yeah, it is. I would say my favorite page is I'm trying to find it.
Man, don't take your time.
It's either this page
Nice.
or
Hold up, you got to show us a little. You got to show us a little bit longer. Okay, yeah, there you go. Nice.
this one or this one.
Now, why is that one of your favorite pages?
Well, I think it's really cool to see like a real palace and like to see like the guards of the palace. And even though I couldn't actually like go in there and go inside, it was still a really cool experience.
Very nice, very nice. Now, have you seen your book in other kids? Have other kids had your book, and you're like, I wrote that book?
Yes, so I look myself up on Google sometimes, and I feel like I see my book and other kids holding my book, and I'm like, oh, that's my book. They actually got it.
Listen, so Peyton, we talked a little bit earlier, but I released my first book last year too. I know the same. I know that exact feeling. Like it feels really good.
Yeah.
Now, let me ask you about diversity for a little bit. Do you know what diversity is?
No.
Okay, so diversity is we have people that, everyone's different, right? So maybe they have a different race, speak a different language, and that's diversity. We're all the same, we're all equal, but diversity is what makes us unique. You know what I mean? So when we have a book, like my book right here called I See Me, we have characters that look like you and I, diverse characters. Whereas another book might have animals, another book might have, Hispanic culture in it. That's diversity, but we're all the same. So when you see books with characters that look like yourself in it, how does that make you feel?
Well, it makes me feel like super good because like when I see characters with like characters that look like me, it like I think it's really cool because one, because they have the same hairstyle as me and they like act similar or they're like exploring cool places, and then it helps me imagine that I'm that person and that I'm exploring all those places.
Absolutely. And that's really cool too, because you know how you said with your book, like when you read your book, you get transported back there. So I imagine, and you tell me if this is how you feel, because when I can see myself in a book, I can see myself there, right? So if I see a little guy or a bald head boy that looks like me, and he's an astronaut, then I picture myself as an astronaut. I can see myself there. You feel the same way?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Oh, this place is cool. So what if I was in this place? And since like they look like me or have the same hairstyle or skin color, then I'm like, oh yeah, this is so much easier to imagine that I'm in the book.
Exactly. I agree. I love that, Peyton. I love that. And thank you for writing a book that helps other boys and girls that look like you and I see themselves. And now kids are going to know what it feels like to go to London, even if they've never been to London.
Yes.
Which I think is pretty cool. Do you have any more books coming out? Are you working on another one?
Yes. So the book that is going to come out first is called Peyton's First Flight. So it's about like my first flight and how I felt and like how like it was and like what I did to get on the plane. 2 more books are coming out. One that like I have already written and I showed it to my mom. And it's called Peyton Goes to Los Angeles.
Okay.
Peyton Goes to LA. So it's about my trip to LA. And then the other one is Peyton Goes to New York. So that one's also about my trip to New York.
Okay. New York is amazing, isn't it?
Yes, I got to go see the Macy's parade.
Very nice. Now, speaking of parades, I think I read earlier that you are in your school chorus.
Yes.
And band.
Yes.
Okay, so what instrument do you play?
It's my favorite instrument, and it's the trombone.
The trombone?
Yes.
You have to have good lungs for the trombone. Like, is it hard?
It's kind of hard because, like, since there aren't any buttons, you have to, like slide it to certain keys to, like, make the right sound. But it's not really that hard.
How did you pick the trombone?
Okay, so I was like, okay, well, the saxophone has too many buttons and the flute is too small for me. And I wasn't thinking of anything about the baritone.
Okay.
Trumpet, so I was just like, you know what? I'll just do trombone.
Trombone. And you love it?
Yes.
I love it. The trombone is so cool, too. Like, when you slide it, you got a whole bunch of different notes. And But I think I play the saxophone. So I have my saxophone sitting over there. So we're gonna have to have like a jam session.
I have my trombone sitting right here.
Would you mind playing some?
Yeah, I just got. Do you mind if I set it up really quick?
No, take your time. I think that's awesome. Yeah.
So I'm gonna play Hot Cross Buns.
Okay, I'm ready. There we go. Yeah, that's awesome.
I just started this one like 2 months ago.
Congratulations. That sounded good. That sounds better than I can do on my saxophone. I can tell you that for sure. For sure. Absolutely. So do you play any other instruments, or do you want to play any other instruments?
I mean, like, to me, I'm not gonna like do it, but like since I've already gotten used to the trombone, but I think trumpet is kind of cool.
Trumpet. Yeah. I think it's in the same family. I feel like once you learn your breath control and all that, that's pretty cool. Yeah. Very cool. So you're also in the choir. So that means you sing. What's your favorite song to sing?
So it is a song by Rihanna, and it's her first song, and it's called Pond Replay.
That's your favorite song to sing? Mr. DJ, that one? That's awesome. Did you sing that song to like audition for your school choir?
For my school choir, I auditioned with a song called, it was either Dandelions or Golden Hour.
Okay, very nice. Very nice. Now, is Rihanna your favorite artist? Is she like your favorite like celebrity?
Yeah, I think Rihanna is.
She's pretty cool. Yeah, she's pretty cool. Very nice. Okay, so speaking of travel, you have also been to Belgium, France, Holland. We talked about England, and you want to go to Japan.
Yes.
So out of all your travels, which place has been your favorite so far? I know it's a tough question.
It's between LA and New York, but if I had to choose one, I would probably pick New York.
New York. So you like New York better than like France?
Yes.
You like New York better than Belgium?
Yes.
Sort of, yeah. My favorite place I think that I've ever been is in Spain, called Barcelona.
Oh, you went to Spain?
Yeah, Spain is really cool. I love Spain. They have a building called the Arc de Triomphe, which is really cool. So you got to add that to the list.
Okay.
You add that to the list, and I'm going to add Belgium to my list. And we'll see, because we're international out here. So that's awesome. Okay, cool. So you like traveling. We have the books about traveling, which is amazing. Now, tell me if this is true. When you grow up, you want to be a marine biologist.
That is true, but I also either want to be a marine biologist or a zoologist.
Okay, tell me why.
So I really like animals, and I kind of feel bad for them, like that they can't do as much stuff as us. So like I would want to help them and like save them, and like I just want to learn about them because I think they're really cool.
Do you have a favorite animal?
Yes, I do have a favorite animal.
What is your favorite?
A harp seal.
That's very specific. A harp seal.
Yes.
Why a harp seal?
So I was in writing class, and we had to do like an animal project where we wrote about an animal. Okay. And I picked the harp seal because of how cute it looked. Like it was super furry, and its eyes are super big, and I was like,
yeah.
And it was so cute. And like I saw a picture of somebody holding it, and I was like, oh, this is my new favorite animal.
Like that, done. Instantly, you fell in love with it.
Yes.
Harp seal. I have to look it up. I know they have like the big eyes, and they look very like innocent and friendly. Okay. So you like harp seals better than dolphins, better than like whales?
Well, I have like 3 favorite animals: the harp seal, killer whale, and a Pomeranian. Like a Pomeranian dog. Because like they're super cute, and I can just pick it up and go like, oh my gosh, you're so cute.
Well, how do you go from a harp seal to a killer whale?
Ooh, I think killer whales are super cool because of like how big they are and like just their behavior patterns.
I agree. You're pretty cool, Peyton. I don't know if anybody told you today, but you're pretty cool. Okay, so you want to be a marine biologist or a zoologist in the future, but that takes a little bit of education, right? And it seems like you like school. You do very well at school, which is amazing. But it's important for you, your mom said, to go to a HBCU, so a historically Black college or university. Why is that important to you, Peyton?
Well, I want to go to an HBCU because it feels good knowing that like people like me made that school, even when times were hard for us. And like my mom told me like it's super big and it's super fun at college and at HBCUs. And I've already picked what college I want to go to, and I think it's Spelman.
Okay, let's put it out there. Spelman it is. If Spelman is watching this video, do you have any words to say to Spelman?
Okay, well, I hope that you like my test that I have to do to get into college, and I hope I make it in.
Yeah, it's no hoping. If that's what you want to do, you'll do it. You're already well on your way. Trust me. I believe in you 1,000%. Okay, Peyton. So if you could do one thing to make the world a better place, what would you do?
I think that I would cure all diseases.
Okay. Why would you cure all diseases?
Well, like some people with diseases, they don't live very long and they don't get to see the world. So like I believe that they should be able to see the world. So if I cure all the diseases, then they can like live their full life.
I agree. Absolutely. Then they can travel to all the places that you write about in your books.
Yes.
I like that. Peyton, anything else you want to tell us or anything people should know about you?
Well, it's that you can write books at any age because I'm only 10 years old and I wrote my first book at 4 and it got published at 6.
Yeah. And then you came out with a second book and you have 2 more books. And then I see in the background, you all have coloring books also?
Yes. We have children's books, coloring books, journals, and we have passports and luggage tags and pins.
Everything. Listen, I have to get, I want to travel more like you, so I'm going to have to get a luggage tag very soon. Peyton, thank you so much for coming on Just in Time for Storytime. We appreciate it.
Thank you. I like being here too.
I was just about to say, did you have a good time? And will you come back?
Yes.
Okay, so you have to come back and talk about your next book when it comes out.
Okay.
And then you also have to play some more trombone for us also.
All right.
Well, I'll pull out my sax, you pull out the trombone, and we'll just give everybody a concert.
Okay, that sounds good.
Yeah, sounds good. I like that. Peyton, do you know how special you are?
Yes.
You do. Do you know how awesome you are?
Yes.
All right. I'll see you at Spelman. I'll see you at Spelman. So until next time, guys, we got to say goodbye to everybody. Now, I didn't ask you this earlier, Peyton. Are you up for singing with me? You don't have to. You totally don't have to.
It depends on the song.
So it's not a song. So the show is called Just in Time for Storytime. So I always ask everyone, if you were to sing Just in Time for Storytime, how would you sing it? Like, what do you mean by that? So, for instance, it says Just in Time for Storytime. So I would sing it like this, right? Ready? I would go, just in time for story time. What would you do? So I think I might go, just in time for story time. That's good. Just in time for story time. That's good. I like that. That was good. That was good, Peyton. And I'll put you on the spot. All right, guys. This has been another episode of Just in Time for Storytime with my good friend Peyton. Peyton, let everybody know where they can find you and your books. So you can find us at Amazon, on our website. Gotcha. We're trying to get more books in more stores. So okay. Gotcha. And we have your Instagram handles, and they'll also be in the description, and they'll find everything in the link at the bio. But you said you'll come back, guys. This has been another episode of Just in Time for Storytime. Peyton is amazing. Peyton's going to Spelman, and I have to get her books and a luggage tag and a journal, all of the things. But until next time, you guys are just in time for Storytime. Say bye.
Bye.
Take care, guys.